Hello guys, welcome to my sewing vlog, and I wanted to make some shorts today. So I grabbed these that I already had to make a pattern with. First I traced out the back part. Once that was done, I went ahead and turned them around and traced the front part out separately. Once that was done, I lay my pieces out on my fabric so I can cut them out, and I make sure to leave enough space for the seam allowance. Right before this, I forgot to mention, I realized that my fabric wasn't very stretchy for the size of the shorts I was making. So I went ahead and did 4 pieces of each pattern instead of 2. Also, do not get the cheap rotary scissors because you'll end up using regular scissors anyways. The blade wasn't very good on mine and I had to snip away with the scissors. Here I'm finally done with cutting all 4 pieces. Here I'm just taking the front piece and doing the same thing like my other pattern. Then you want to take 2 of your front pieces or your back pieces and stitch them together like so. Then we're gonna take our 2 extra pieces and sew them to each side, and I folded them in half just to add that extra fabric and length to the bottom, but I kind of aligned them to make sure they were even. To make it easier, I went ahead and pressed all my seams with the iron just to make it easier to align. And after sewing all pieces together, this is what all 4 pieces should look like, with that extra fabric hanging in the middle. And I did a zigzag stitch and a French seam on all the sides. And you can do the exact same thing for the front pieces or your back pieces, depending on which way you went. And when that's done, you can go ahead and align both pieces right sides together. Then I went ahead and pinned all the both sides together and the crotch area together. Then this is what it would look like. And again, I did a straight stitch and then a zigzag stitch on the ends. Then you want to hem the bottom of your shorts, and I had a really hard time with this, so I just did it once, which you don't want to do, but they're PJs, so I thought it would be okay. And then here is where it would look like. This is what mine ended up looking like. And then we're gonna take some elastic, and honestly here I just started making things up because I had no idea how to add elastic to shorts. What I did was grab the waist length of my waist for the elastic length, and I just tried to pin it evenly across the waist of the shorts. Then I just literally stitched the elastic right onto the shorts, and I pulled the elastic while sewing it, and this is what it turned out like, which I don't recommend. I think it came out pretty bad. And then I just rolled the hem twice for this, which was very difficult. This is the final outlook. They're very see-through, and I think it's acceptable for my first pair of shorts. I think it's fine, but I could do better.